Early in the morning of the 19th of March, 2026, the skies over Iran witnessed something that was about to change the equations of modern aerial warfare forever. An F-35 Lightning II, the most expensive and advanced fighter jet in human history, was targeted in the heart of Iran. Iran claims it severely damaged this invisible warplane using its new air defense system. America says the jet landed safely and no fighter was shot down. And just a few months later, on the 31st of July 2026, another F-35B crashed at the Marine Corps Air Station Miramar in San Diego, splitting into two pieces. Now here's the question. Are these two events connected? Did Iran truly manage to unlock the secret of the F-35? And more importantly, if the world's most advanced fighter jet is this vulnerable, then what does the future of aerial combat hold? Today, we are going to uncover the mystery behind the strange coincidence of the F-35s and see what is really hidden beneath this complex saga. To understand this story, we have to go back to February 2026, when the United States and Israel launched their joint operation against Iran, codenamed Epic Fury, an operation in which US forces conducted over 8,000 combat sorties. But in the heart of this massive offensive, an incident occurred that no one expected. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, announced in a statement that at 2:50 a.m. on March 19, an United States F-35 fighter jet over central Iran was struck by the country's advanced indigenous air defense system and severely damaged. They also released a video showing the moment a missile struck this warplane. Video released by Iran with source attribution. Narrator: Iran declared that the fighter jet most likely crashed and viewed this success as a continuation of their downing of over 125 United States Israeli drones previously shot down by Iran's air defenses. According to Iran, this event demonstrates the significant and targeted improvement of the country's integrated air defense system. But what was United States' reaction? Interestingly, CENTCOM initially announced that an F-35 had been forced to make an emergency landing while conducting a combat mission over Iran. Captain Tim Hawkins, the CENTCOM spokesman, emphasized that the aircraft landed safely and the pilot is in stable condition. However, CENTCOM neither confirmed that the aircraft was struck nor denied it. Then, on March 22, CENTCOM officially rejected Iran's claim on X, formerly Twitter, stating, "No United States fighter jet was shot down by Iran." But the real question is, if the aircraft wasn't targeted, why was it forced to make an emergency landing? And why was CENTCOM so hesitant to confirm or deny the incident outright? The secret of invincibility. How was the F-35 targeted? To answer these questions, we need to take a closer look at the F-35 itself. This fifth-generation fighter, priced at over $100 million per unit, was designed as the ultimate symbol of United States technological superiority. Its most important feature is its radar-evading capability, or stealth. But apparently, Iran has cracked the code of this stealth technology. Military experts believe Iran used an unconventional method to target this fighter. Instead of conventional radars that the F-35 is designed to evade, Iran utilized infrared and passive detection systems. Wei Dongshu, a Chinese military expert, stated in his analysis that Iranian forces employed an ambush strategy. This means they identified the flight patterns of United States fighter jets and lay in wait at critical points. When the F-35 flew at low altitudes, optical sensors on air defense vehicles detected the heat signature of its engine. Then, short-range missiles were launched toward it. And here is the crucial point. Unlike radar, infrared systems emit no signals. This means the F-35 pilot receives no warning of an incoming missile strike. This is precisely the blind spot of stealth fighters that United States adversaries have been looking to exploit. Some reports suggest that Iran utilized the Majid system, an air defense system designed by Iran's Defense Industries Organization that uses infrared-guided missiles. This system was precisely designed to counter threats like the F-35. According to published reports, this F-35A was struck by a surface-to-air missile, and its pilot was injured by shrapnel. This incident is part of roughly 20 United States aircraft that were damaged or destroyed over Iran during the first 3 weeks of the war. This includes 3 F-15s that were mistakenly shot down by Kuwait and a mid-air collision that killed 6 people. But more importantly, this is the first time in history that an United States F-35 has been hit by enemy fire in a combat scenario. And the message is very clear. The myth of the invincibility of stealth fighters has been shattered. The Miramar incident, accident or connection? Now we come to the second part of the coincidence mystery. Roughly 4 months later, on the 31st of July 2026, a U.S. Marine Corps F-35B crashed at Marine Corps Air Station Miramar in San Diego. Helicopter footage, released by Fox 5, shows that the fighter was broken into 2 large pieces and completely burned out. The pilot, who ejected at a very low altitude, was transported to a hospital and is reported to be in stable condition. This incident occurred while the fighter was attempting to land on the base runway. But the question is this crash related to the incident in Iran? Apparently, no. United States officials have stressed that this was an aviation accident and had nothing to do with enemy fire. But the temporal coincidence of these 2 events, one over Iran in March and another in California in July, can't be meaningless for military enthusiasts. Especially when we know that this wasn't the only F-35 incident in 2026. On the 31st of March 2026, just 12 days after the Iran incident, another U.S. Air Force F-35 crashed during a training flight in Nevada. That means within 4 months, 3 F-35s have been involved in crashes or sustained damage for various reasons. Does this indicate structural problems with this fighter, or is it just a string of unfortunate events? And the more important question, could the damage inflicted on the F-35 in Iran have been so severe that it affected the performance of other aircraft in this fleet? Strategic analysis and conclusion. Now let's take a strategic look at this situation. Regardless of how accurate Iran's claim is, the core issue remains. The F-35 is no longer that invincible fighter jet that the Pentagon introduced to the world. According to reports, the damage to U.S. military equipment during the first 3 weeks of the war is estimated at between $1.4 and $2.9 billion. And that is only part of the cost of this conflict. Experts believe that Iran's air defense, utilizing passive methods and infrared sensors, has discovered the fundamental weakness of stealth fighters. As a senior Iranian officer stated, "The myth of stealth fighters has collapsed. We have completely destroyed a Lockheed Martin technology." Scott Ritter, a former Marine Corps intelligence officer, believes that United Staten forces are now forced to fly closer to Iran to drop their bombs, which exposes the F-35s to enemy fire. In other words, United States' arrogance in its air superiority has become this fighter's greatest weakness. Another important point to consider is the impact of this event on U.S. allies. Countries like Japan, South Korea, the United Kingdom, and others that have built massive Air Force modernization plans around purchasing the F-35 now face a fundamental question. Is it rational to invest billions of dollars in a fighter jet that can be targeted by a relatively simple infrared system? And ultimately, perhaps the most important lesson we learn from this saga is that in the world of modern warfare, no weapon is invincible. Every technology, no matter how advanced, has a weakness that intelligent adversaries will eventually find. Just as the F-117 Nighthawk was shot down by Yugoslavia in 1999, the F-35 has now shown that it is vulnerable. The question isn't if this will happen, but rather when and under what circumstances. The F-35, the symbol of United States air superiority. But is this truly the end of the myth of invincibility for fifth-generation fighters? In the next video, we'll dive deeper into the technology behind Iran's air defense systems and the future of aerial warfare. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And to you, dear viewer, what is your take on this story? Did Iran really manage to target the F-35, or is this just another psychological operation? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. If you enjoyed this analysis, please hit that like button and subscribe to the Top Strategist channel for more geopolitical and strategic breakdowns. Also, ring the notification bell so you stay updated on our latest videos. Until next time.